In this lesson, we're going to have a look at a topic called solving differential equations. So first of all, let's just introduce what a differential equation is. So basically, it's anything of the form dy by dx equals, and it could be any function of both x and y, and it's our job to try and make that say y equals. So basically, we're eliminating all the differentials. So to solve a differential equation means to basically get rid of any differentials from it. So let's look at an example, and we'll look at a method on how to solve these. So here's an example here. So it says find the general solution to each of the following differential equations using the method of separating the variables. So our first differential equation is dy by dx equals xy. So the first problem is it's a mixture of x's and y's. So that's going to be very difficult to integrate. The first thing we're going to do here is to separate out this differential here, to separate the dy from the dx. And the first thing I'm going to do is multiply by dx. So step one, separate the dy by dx by multiplying by dx. And let's do that. So that gives us that dy equals xy dx. What that tells us is currently the y's are on the wrong side. We need the y's on the same side as the dy and the x's on the same side as the dx. And to be fair, the x is already on the correct side. So there's step two, move the x's to the same side as the dx, which in this case they already are, and the y's to the same side as the dy. So let's do that. So we end up with 1 over y dy equals x dx. And I always like to have the dy separately. It would be mathematically valid to write dy over y, so that's good, but I prefer to write it like this, and you'll see why in just a second. So step 3, now we're ready to integrate. So if we integrate both sides now, that gives me the integral of 1 over y dy equals the integral of x dx, and hopefully now you can see why we put all the x's on the same side as the dx and the y's on the same side as the dy, so that this integral now works, because we've got the integral of something to do with y's, dy, and the integral of something to do with x's, dx. So if we integrate both sides, we end up with, so the integral of 1 over y is log mod of y equals x squared over 2 plus c. Now actually, you might be thinking, why don't we put a plus c on the left-hand side as well? Well, we could. Let's call it c2. However, we could just move it over to the other side and gather it all up in that plus c if we wanted. And that's what we typically do. So we miss out a step, if you like, of gathering up all the constants at the end here. We just typically put a constant on the right-hand side. So let's keep going now. So now if we want to make it say y equals, and I will stress the question hasn't asked us to make it say y equals, actually we've solved this differential equation now. We've got rid of the differential, so we fulfilled what the question asked us. However, if we want to write it in the form y equals f of x, then we simply e both sides, which means that e to the natural log modulus of y equals e to the x squared over 2 plus c, which then becomes y equals, or modulus of y equals rather, e to the x squared over 2. And if we simplify this, that's the same as saying times e to the power of c. And e to the power of c is just a number, so typically we just assign a letter to this, which means that modulus of y equals a e to the x squared over 2. Which means that y equals plus or minus, and it's plus or minus because it's a modulus, plus or minus a e to the x squared over 2. So plus or minus because it's a modulus there, so we don't know whether y was positive or negative in this case. Typically, you'll find in the questions that they ignore this plus or minus especially in exam questions, but it is mathematically correct to have the plus or minus there. So there we have it. We've solved the differential equation, which, to be fair, we had done at this point here, but we decided here to additionally write in the form y equals f of x. Now, what makes this a general solution, which is what we were asked to find? So what makes this a general solution is that there remains an unknown constant in the answer. General solutions will have an unknown constant in the answer. A particular solution, which we'll have a look at in just a little while, a particular solution, we find the value of the constant, but we need to be given an extra piece of information. But first of all, let's do another example that requires us to find a general solution first. And we're going to solve this differential equation here. dy by dx is 3y minus 5. So eliminate the dy by dx. So first of all, follow the steps we did before. Separate the variables by, first of all, separating the differential. So multiplying by dx, we get dy equals 3y minus 5 dx, like that. Now I notice that the y's are on the wrong side. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to divide by 3y minus 5. So 1 over 3y minus 5 dy equals just dx on its own. And when it's just dx on its own, what I like to do is write a 1 next to it, because when I integrate, it helps me just to have that 1 there to realise that it's the integral of 1 dx. So now we've separated the variables and got everything on the correct side. Let's do the integration now. So the integral of 1 over 3y minus 5 dy equals the integral of 1 dx. Which means that integrating log modulus of 3y minus 5, and don't forget to divide by 3, divide by the differential of the bracket, equals x plus c. And there we have it. We've done exactly what was asked. We've solved that differential equation. There's no longer a differential in there. So if we wanted to write as y equals, we could, but it hasn't. So we're good to leave it just like that there. And again, it's a general solution because we haven't found the value of the constant. So now let's do one where we are asked to find a particular solution, i.e. find the value of the constant. And there's not that much more to these examples really, so you might want to pause it and have a try of it yourself. We'll find the particular solution, i.e. find the unknown constant as well. To the differential equation, dy by dx is 2x over y. So dy by dx equals 2x over y. So first of all, separate the dy and the dx, which means that dy equals 2x over y dx, which means that y dy equals 2x dx. And now we're ready to integrate. So the integral of y dy equals the integral of 2x dx, which means that y squared over 2 equals 2x squared over 2 plus c. Now this is the point at which I'd find the constant as soon as it appears. So we're given when x equals 1, y equals 3. So if we sub that in there, so let xy equal 1, 3, like that. X equals 1, y equals 3, which means that 3 squared over 2 equals 1 squared plus c, which means that 9 over 2 equals 1 plus c, and 9 over 2 take 1 is 7 over 2. So c is 7 over 2. So the particular solution is y squared over 2 equals x squared plus c, which is 7 over 2. And it hasn't asked us to write it in any particular form. Therefore, we can leave it just like that. As long as like terms are gathered up, it's fine to leave it like that. Now, if it did ask us to write in the form y equals f of x, or if it said solve for y, that would mean we did need to write it in the form y equals, but it didn't say any such thing here, so we didn't need to. So now have a go at the worksheet examples, checking every answer as you go.